Hello, Adams. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Okay. So we have like probably 130 people already. I started my recording. So before I begin, hello and welcome. Greetings, everyone, to our third webinar today. I hope you guys are like having a clear mind today so that you can actually digest all the education that I had prepared for you guys. Don't worry, we're going to take it a step at a time. All right, everything's going to be okay. If you don't understand, I will for sure respond and I will clarify to the things that you guys don't understand. All right. Hello, hello, Etu. Okay. So I'm going to be sharing my screen right now. Hold on. Okay. So I need a set of yeses. Can you guys see my screen? If you guys can't, just say no. All right. Yes, yes, sir. All right. Okay, that's good. No delay at all whatsoever. That's good. That's good. All right. Okay. Hey, what's good, Jesse? What's good? Hassi or Jesse? All right. Okay. So welcome you guys to the third webinar. So today, okay, let me set the timer real quick. Yeah. All right. Okay. So today we're gonna do like a rough SNR recap. So if you can see by the hot topics, right? We're gonna do the SNR recap. Today there's gonna be a new topic inbound. It's gonna be significant breakouts. All right. I'm gonna tell you guys how to determine breakouts, and I'll explain later. But now I want to do a recap on the SNR first. All right. Okay. Just a small recap. I want to see whether you guys understood from the last webinar. I don't want to be just sharing the education with no purpose, all right? I want you guys to fully understand it. Then I'll carry on with the next one, all right? And that's how it's going to go from now and then. Okay, so let me give you guys an example on the higher time frame, all right? Okay. This is going to be, I'm going to use the current price, all right? The current price, okay? As you can see on the H1 timeline, right? The time frame, right? Now it's closing in 10 minutes, all right? So why do you think this selling candle is rejecting this point? I want to set up answers. Why do you think it's rejecting this point? Guys, don't draw on Olani, Segun. I can see your name, bro. Can you erase those drawings, please, for me? Support. Ola, can you remove those drawings? Because I can't. Reject by support. All right. Okay, whoever drew on my screen, guys, I already revoked you guys, right, from drawing on my screen. So I hope you guys can remove those drawings. All right. Either way, I'm just going to carry on. Yes, reject by support. Correct. That was a previous resistance and now it became a support. Okay, like valid. Like for instance, here, I drew earlier, this is what? It's an RBS. You know why? Because here on the first left of this price, right? There's a resistance. As and when it reaches to this resisting point, it went down, right? It came down. Let me just draw a line so you guys, a zone so that you guys don't get it confused. All right. Focus on this one now. Okay. As and when it reaches to this particular zone right here, right? It went down, came back, retested the zone, right? I'm just removing some people, don't worry. Okay. So as and when it reaches to the zone, it rejected, then a seller came through, pushed the price down, came back, right? Came back, retested the zone and gave out like this is probably 40, 50 pips, right? No, it's 100 pips or H1, all right, 100 pips. 100 pips of a dive. Previously, the first time it rejected 300 pips, then it took probably 30% of this dive. All right, and then it carried on, broke this resistance. Naima, I don't know what's the point of you guys coming in here and like, spamming and all. We don't need those. You guys can come in and learn. All right. You can't hear me. Johanna, can you hear me? Hello? Hello, hello? Oh, okay. So you guys can hear me, yeah? Oh, okay, okay. All right, sorry, sorry. No, because someone said they couldn't hear me, so I thought everyone. All right, okay. So why? Now let's move on. So you guys know, right? The first rejection, first reaction, confirmation goes on in this particular area. Then the price came down, right? Tested the price point again, and then it came down 100 pips. The third time it retested, boom, it broke. All right. So this is why I call it an RBS. All right. Resistance point turns into a supporting point. All right. So I'm going to remove this now. So every time when we look at the price point, we look at the first left. All right. We don't have to go far unless it's right now we're at a higher high, almost the higher high, because there's a rejection if you see on the H4 candle here. In this particular area. This was the higher high, all right? As and when it breaks the higher high, there wouldn't be any more data for us to see whether there's a supporting line, so we have to play with the current price, all right? So let's just emphasize whether we are currently in the current price, okay? So now it went down, right? And this is the supporting zone of the H1. Right? That's why it rejected. Same goes to this particular point. When I say it's an RBS, right? It broke this first resistance. If you were to look at this price point, there's a resistance here, right? The most recent resistance. So it came down, broke. And as and when it reaches back to this zone, the one that I marked, right? That was a buyer. Right here. 100 pips worth of a buyer. All right. Can you guys see? This is why I always teach you guys RBS and SBR. Resistance turns into a support and the support turns into a resistance because there will always be a reaction. So if we were to play, right, we were to trade at this point when it reaches, we could get easily 100 pips and then we could continue with the sell. All right. Number. Remove. Okay. All right. So do you guys understand the basis of an RBS? I want to see a set of answers before I carry on. Yes, yes. Okay. All right. All right. Don't forget your prayers. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll be here. I recorded already. Abdulaziz. All right. Okay. So since now I had carried on, I had clarified the SNR recap and you guys understand. I haven't seen a single no for the time being. So I'm pretty sure you guys understand. So let's just move on to the next segment, which is significant breakouts. All right. Yeah, I know. I removed Namir already. Now it's time for me to remove Miss Saima. I don't know why these people are actually joining, guys. Like, there's no point. All right. Okay. So now we are done with the SNR. All right. So now it's time for us. Let's just remove all of this. Make sure it's a clean chart. Okay. Moving on to the significant breakout. So we've done the determinants of a valid SBR and the RBS, right? So RBS was the one I showed you guys just now. Now I'm going to show you guys what's an SBR, all right? Who is this? Names. Man, Names, Namer. Yeah, I'm recording, don't worry. You guys have significant names. That's weird as fuck. All right. Remove the question. Okay. Let's give you one question. Okay. Let's go. What's your question, Ibman? Before I move on to an SBR. Send it directly to me, okay, Iman? All right, I'll answer after I explain what is an SBR. Support becomes resistance, all right? Okay. Let me backtrack, because this is a buyer's. Cool, okay. Okay, let's look. Let's look. Explain again. Don't worry, I'm gonna explain what is an SBR now, all right? A support becomes a resistance, all right? Let's see, check it. Great. Oh. Yep. So here, this particular zone right here is the start of a Namesh and Wazar. Hold on, yeah, guys. I want to remove so that there's no interruptions in the chat. Okay, all good. Where was I? Okay, here. This particular area, right? This particular area. There is, yes, Taki. I think it's your phone because everyone else can hear me. There is a buyer, right? This is the H1 time frame, right? This is the H1 time frame. Okay. So as you can see, buyer, but which one is the greater buyer? Here, there's a lot of like intolerance. Intolerance meaning that the price is still determining, right? It's not tolerant to the particular price point, like a support or resistance, right? So as and when it reaches the zone, it broke right away. I'm pretty sure this is a news, all right? It broke, collected back this particular area, and it came down. So safe to say that this will be an SBR, meaning that from the first reaction you see, it broke this price point. It took this particular price point, flew back up, came to this SBR, and then it went flowing down again. All right. So you can see the characteristics of a selling pool or buying pool, a selling direction or buying direction. So it gives more confidence in you to trade when you know the basis of a supporting line, a resisting line, supporting line turns into a resistant, and vice versa. Yeah, I will remove them. Don't worry. I'm just, I don't want to waste time on like removing them. So I want to explain, but I'll remove them. Don't worry. While I'm doing this, I can see I'm looking at the chart and also the chat. All right, watch it. Okay, so do you guys understand what is an SBR now? Since I already explained what is an RBS, can you understand what is an SBR? It's just the vice versa. You switched. It's two different terms. You switch the concept behind it. All right, simple concepts. Very simple. Yes? I only see 3 yeses. Yeah, for sure. 4, 5, 6, not that much. Okay, yes. I'm looking at like majority. Yes, okay. Don't worry. It's okay, just ignore them. Just focus on me, all right? Right now we're focusing and it's just like a university. You want to focus on your lecture, same thing, all right? Don't worry. I've recorded everything. You can rewatch it. We don't want to waste more time. We want to trade as well at the same time, all right? Because the market was closed on this on Friday. So it's comeback season. Yeah, boys and girls, ladies and gents, comeback season. Because they left us hanging on Friday, but we still killed it with currencies. All right. Okay. Okay. I like the energy. Let's go. Okay. So we are done. SBR, RBS, we are done. If you guys don't understand, you can rewatch it. It's all good. All right. Support becoming a resistance. Yes, Zara, you're right. KJBB. Where are these people coming from, man? You guys are weirdos. Wait, hold on. Remove. Okay. I know, but Zoom is already messing up with me, you know? Like, so I don't think any other like external apps could like actually fix it because Zoom is already a trouble to me. Yeah? It's all good. It's all good. Just leave them as they are. They're only trying to make money as well. So leave them as it is. But it's just disgusting to see, you know? They're getting free education right here, but they don't want it. They want to, you know, spam and interfere. All right, so we already know the determinants of a valid SBR and RBS. So what are breakouts? All right, breakouts is, for instance, here, first left. Okay, imagine the price is here, right? First left, came back to the particular price point, rejection, confirmation, came back down. But did it break any supporting line? That is what I want to ask you guys. Did this seller break any sort of support? I'm asking you guys a question. Okay, no. It didn't break any support, right? You could clearly see it. Like, it did not break anything. If you guys are confused with the candles, I'll turn it into a line chart. As you can see, this is the first majoring support. It didn't break at all. No candles closed. No candles closed after this particular support, right? There's no extensive close of the candle. So you know, it is still a buying pool, right? But as and when it reaches back, it came back falling down. And then a buyer came in on the third try. On the third try, it broke, boom, right? So this is what we consider as a breakout. So what we do is we mark this particular area because we know there's a buyer over here. And then here, it will still be an RBS, resistance turn support. Because as you can see, when it reaches this zone, there's always buyers coming up. All right. Came back down, boom, buyer. How far did it go? Like 60 pips. There's always a reaction and they'll always play in it. But you know, the source of the breakout started from this particular point, right? Are you guys clear on that? Clear, yeah. So you know this particular point, there is a buyer and you know it's a good support. And then it is entering our support soon, right? Yeah, so that is how you determine whether it's a breakout. You look for a significant and a strong and valid sell area, which is a resistance. And as and when a buyer breaks that particular resistance, you know that that is considered as a breakout. It is breaking this price point. So sometimes we don't want, all right, we don't want this kind of zones because it's kind of sketchy. We're at a higher high. We're already at the 2000 an ounce area. So we want the valid price point. So how can you identify a strong zone? This is a strong zone, Frank. This particular area that I showed you is a strong zone because this resistance was broken by this guy. This guy is the one who broke it. If let's say if let's say the market decides to go for a selling direction, don't worry. Whenever it reaches to this particular area, there will always be a reaction. And you use the buyer and seller mechanism to determine whether there will be a breakout or there's no breakout. Then you can determine whether it is a selling direction or a buying direction, all right? For instance, see, it touched the zone, rejected. Now a buyer is making the move. And how many pips did it go? 70 pips, guys. No matter what, there will always be a reaction, all right? And as and when it reaches to this resistance, we will always wait for a confirmation. If it breaks, you don't want to enter. As and when it reaches to this zone, you don't want to enter right away. You wait for the confirmation because it could break. This is too close for comfort. And you know this is a valid supporting line, right? So if it breaks, you're going to blow your account. So that is why I always emphasize on you guys to follow my instructions, because I am checking on the confirmation, I am doing the technical analysis, and I am also coordinating everything with the fundamentals, all right, of gold. So how do you, since now we know what are valid breakouts, right? The third segment of this topic would be the confirmation of a breakout. So how do you determine whether it's a breakout? This is the highest closing candle, right? This. I'm going to make it thicker in red, all right? So this is the highest resisting point that the candle closed. We don't want to look at the wicks, all right? Especially on the higher time frame. Wait a bit, can you elaborate furthermore on breakouts? All right. Koketso, are you the only one who doesn't understand? Or you guys, other than Koketso, you guys don't understand as well? May I know? Can I get a set of answers, please? Understand, we're good. Okay. Because I'm sorry, Koketso, I realized that I wasted a lot of elaborate. Okay, I saw like probably 3 or 4, so I'm going to elaborate again. Not to worry, this is the same elaboration, all right? A breakout is here, you can see a resistance, right? A breakout is as and when a buyer or a seller, vice versa, but right now we're looking at the buyer mechanism behind it. A resisting line, buyer comes in, breaks the line of resistance. So that is what we call as a breakout. So you know in this particular area, it's a breakout point. And that is why when it reaches to this exact point again, all right, it flew back up. It gave out a reaction. So this is what we call as a breakout. All right. Okay. It's the same explanation as I gave just now. So now going back to the confirmation of a breakout, right? So here is the highest closing resisting candle, right? Can you guys see? I'm pretty sure you guys can. All right. So, yes. All right. So, as and when this particular buyer came in and broke this resisting point, right? Yeah, we could call that support. But right now, I am done with SNR because I've explained SNR throughout 2-3 of my webinars. Now we're going to determine another term relating to the SNR. All right, relating to the support and resistance. So a breakout is as and when it breaks the highest closing resisting candle, right? You can see it clearly, ever so clearly. It broke and the H1 candle closed above this particular point. So this is a breakout. And if you were to look at it in a smaller view, right, you can see that it is a buying trend. Resistance came back down, didn't break any support, came back down again, didn't break any support, came back up, took this price point again, flew up, came back for the pullback, boom, it broke right away. So you can confirm that this is a valid breakout point. All right, this particular area that I had already drew. All right. Do you guys understand what is a breakout and how do you determine whether it is a confirmed breakout? Clear. So I want to ask you guys a question, yeah? Anyone can answer, everyone. All right. So how do you know, how do you confirm on a breakout in your own terms? How do you confirm on a breakout? I want to see a set of answers. Like, it doesn't matter if you're wrong or right, it's fine. Please, can you go over the breakout again? Okay, guys, I'll go over it again, all right? Don't worry, it's fine. I understand. It might be confusing. I understand. The first few times I wait for a retest, break resistance. Yes, it will break resistance. Yes. Yes. Rejection and retest. Yes. Yep. Body of the candlestick breaks, then retest. Correct. Body of the candlestick breaks and closes above the resisting candle. That is the correct term for it, all right? The correct elaboration is breakout means that it breaks and closes above the resisting candle. Yes, closing above the resist. Yes, correct. Yes, exactly as I said it, Admiral. Congrats. Hey, Admiral understands fully, all right? All right, yes. Breaks, retest, boom. Yeah, yes, FX. Yeah, Hitman. Yes. So when you guys put it in your own terms, right, it's much more easier for you to understand. A breakout would be a candlestick close above or below a structure level. Yes. Correct. Yes. I mean, I'm so happy you guys understood in the first explanation, all right? For those who don't understand, I'm going to repeat it again, all right? I'm going to repeat it again for you guys. I don't mind. I can repeat this all night long until you guys understand. Because we're in this together, all right? And we're going to trade after this. Can't wait. All right. Okay, wait. Before any questions, I'm going to explain again, all right? Okay, I'm going to remove everything, start fresh. Okay. Here, at this particular area, all right? I'm going to shade this particular area. For those who don't understand, you answer, okay? For those who understand, it's okay. You can just recap and watch it again. For those who don't understand, I want you guys to answer. If I don't see you guys answering, I won't repeat it again because I know who asked me just now, all right? I'm not trying to waste any more time, okay? So, what is this particular zone? Yes, you don't understand. It's fine. I'm repeating what is a breakout. All right, Baba? All right. This is a seller zone, which is called a resisting zone. Correct? For those who don't understand, answer. It's a resisting zone. Yes. All right. No. I'll remove. Don't worry. I'll remove no. Correct. Okay. Done. All right. Okay. So this is a resisting line. So I want to ask you guys a question. All right. Which particular price point broke this particular resistance? Is it 1, 2, or 3? I'm going to repeat again. Okay, I'm going to draw. Wait, hold on. 3. Okay. I don't have to draw. Whoa, you guys understood. Okay, that's good. I'm very happy. Very appreciative that you guys understood. All right. So it's number 3. For those who don't understand too, I see you guys answering. All right. Number 3. So this. So now you know which particular zone broke this resisting zone. Is this one. So you mark it. You mark it. Right? Is that the zone as supply zone? Supply zone is basically the same. Resisting supply zone, supporting supply zone. So I'm using it in a very, very much more easier term for you guys to understand. Support and resistance, all right? The roof and the floor. So now you can see this particular price point broke this resistance. But how do you determine, guys? For those who don't understand, all right, I want you guys to answer this. For those who understand, just it's okay, you don't have to answer because I know you guys understood already. All right. How do you determine whether this is a breakout or not? Is it by the candle closing above the resisting point? Or is it because you see a buyer going up like crazy? Yeah, I'm explaining, Raha. I'm explaining why. Because the candle closing, right? Yes, because the candle going above the resisting point. Okay, that is the first thing you see. It goes above the resisting point. But what you want to look at is where it closes. So this particular line right here, right? Make it thinner, dashed. Okay, I'm gonna set it in black. Okay, so this is where it closes, correct? Did it close above this resisting candle in red? Did it close above? Yes. Yeah, it did. It broke, and it closed. Closed. All right. That is what we're looking at. A closing candle. It closed above this resisting point. So therefore, we know very well that it is a good buying zone. All right. It's a good buying zone because there is a breakout that broke and closed above this particular resisting point. All right. So you guys understand now? It's so simple, guys. Like you don't have to jam up your mind, you know, just look at it as something very simple. You see a point, a resisting point, and you see a buying point. I don't use any indicators, you know. So I see a resisting point, I see a buying point. The buying point broke the resisting point and it closed above. So we know that here, there's a buying breakout, right? Buying breakout, as it retests, there's always going to be a reaction. So let's see the reaction. Now it's flying, 70 pips, at least. 70 pips, guys. 70 pips. Our TPs are until 50 pips. There's always going to be a reaction. Don't worry. All right. There is a specific time frame. If you were to look at my trading spell book, I've already aligned everything in the ordinance of my own personal trading experience. All right. Everything is based on what I do and everything is based on what I had experienced. So if you really look out and if you really look through, not look out, look through my trading spell book, then you will understand Mr. Resistance, yes, and Mr. Support. Yeah, Tahira, you remember. See, it's good. That means you guys are watching the webinars. All right. So now I'm gonna give you guys one activity, all right? Okay. Okay, let's look at it in this particular area. I'm gonna draw this whole particular area, all right? So imagine this gray area is our current price. All right. So I wanna ask you guys, where is the valid resistance? Is it 1, 2, or 3? 1, 2, or 3? Which is the valid resisting point? Answer, guys. One, 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 one. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Okay, for those who answered number 2 and number 3, I'm sorry, but you guys are wrong, but not to worry, I understand. Because it is still a resistance, all right? It is still a resistance. It is. It gave out a reaction, number 2, number 1. But number 3 is not as strong as number 2 and number 1. They're all resisting points, but this is the most valid one. Because this is the start and this is the continuation. The highest resistance and the continuation of the resisting point. So that is why the buyer came in this particular point and fell, took this particular buyer, flew up. All right. Okay, this now I want to ask you guys. Okay. Which particular point broke this particular resistance? This. You see my shade? This resistance, all right, the one that I drew out. Which point broke it? Is it number 1, number 2, or number 3? This one. 1, 2, or 3? Which buyer? Guys, I know you guys are answering number 3. That means you guys don't understand the question. Let me rephrase it, all right? Which buyer broke this resisting point? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? Number 2. Number 2, number 2, number 1, number 1, number 2, number 2, number 2. Yes, number 2. So the correct answer is number 2. Why is it number 1? Number 1 didn't give out any reaction of a buyer. We gotta look at the momentum, all right, the volume, and also the confirmation of a breakout. So it's number 2. And if you guys don't believe me, right, check it out. Why is it number 2? As and when it retested the zone, it created a buying pull, came back down, another buyer came out, boom, broke the highest resisting point. You can't see when you mark. Do you understand what I meant by that? This buyer is the one that broke this resistance. So as and when it reaches back in this point, it will fly again. This, which is the one that I elaborated earlier. The first elaboration. This is second elaboration, first elaboration. All right? Yes. Okay. I'm happy that you guys understand. I'm so happy you guys understand. So, how will you know about to break the resisting point? So you gotta wait for the confirmation. Don't feel like you're missing out. We don't own the charts, guys. We analyze the charts and we use it to our expertise and we use it to our advantage. All right, we don't own it. We don't determine. Okay, if like that, every time I give out a signal, I'll just tell the chart. Okay, chart, I want you to fly like probably 300 pips, so like all my sorcerers could get like 300 pips. That is the definition of we own the chart. So we don't know. So how do we confirm? It's true, the confirmation basis of what I had just explained. The first elaboration, second elaboration, what is SNR? So for those who just entered, watch my webinars. Watch it. Some of it is an hour long, I understand, but watch it. When you have the free time, when you're about to sleep, watch it. Watch it. I watch my own webinars, I do my own analysis. I talk to myself. Yeah, I do those kind of things. Because why? I don't want to forget. Because every day is a brand new day for me. And every day is a brand new day for all of you. So you don't want to be forgetting. You want to practice. And look, rejection. And don't you see a buyer? I don't use any confirmation. I don't use any indicators to actually determine my confirmation. All right, this is what we call as a naked chart analysis. I use price points, I use support, resistance, and there's a lot more concepts and factors that I use that I will be sharing with you guys throughout the journey. All right. What motivates me to help us? Well, because I feel like in a way, no one actually teaches, no one teaches, like no one gives you like a proper engagement where you feel like you're personally there with me. So I feel like giving you guys this experience is much better. I answer to your questions. We do Q&A sessions so that, so that I'm actually building a community so that you guys will understand me more and I will understand you more and we will be in grace together. All right. We're all in it together. Yeah, Allah bless you too, Lakshi. All right. Okay, so I don't want to take up much more time because I'm going to continue with my analysis. This is a naked chart. I do my analysis on another chart. Thank you all right, for being here. I hope you guys understood. I want to see another set of yeses before I go. If you guys understood what I taught you guys today. Yes, Daddy, no. Yeah. Yes. Okay, let's go, boys and girls, ladies and gents. Let's go. Okay. I'm grateful. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Amen. Amin. I'm grateful you guys understood. No, you don't trade immediately after a breakout. You wait for the confirmation. All right. When you know there's a breakout, as it lands, it's always going to give back the same confirmation. All right. Yes. Okay. See, like it's a breakout. Imagine if you were buying here, obviously you would still get it, but would you know when it's going to come back down? You wouldn't know. So what you do is have some patience. Like God always says, life is a journey, it's not a race, right? It's a journey. So wait for the confirmation. This is the confirmation. It came back and now we can see a buyer. Done. Just like that. All right. Okay. I hope you guys understood today's sharing session. Today's webinar, sorry. I'm happy that all of you made it in. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate everyone's presence, everyone's time, as always. God bless you all. God bless us. And hopefully God looks over us throughout our trading journey from here and then. And always, with every single education that I give you guys, on my videos, I always emphasize, always have the confidence, even if we lose, all right? We do lose. Sometimes you walk outside, right? You walk through your living room and then you hit the edge of a table. You feel pain. You're losing. It's the gain. It's not the pain. It's the gain you get after the pain. That is what matters, all right? So I'm always here to motivate every single one of you. I'm always here to guide you guys. So there's no need to feel scared, all right? All right, okay. Thank you all for being here. I recorded, and after this, I'm going to be posting it, all right? It's Fridays for currency. No, I'm a gold king. I don't trade currencies. I only traded currencies because the gold market was closed for us. All right, thank you, my kings and queens. All right, we're all kings and queens. Don't worry. We're all in the family, this royal family together. All right, yet again, thank you so much. I'm going to be posting it on YouTube. There are videos on the channel. It's more of my engagement videos. It's not the webinar videos. The webinar videos, you guys can find it on the YouTube channel that I already provided. All right. All right. I'm not gonna take up much more time. Thank you all. We already exceeded the time limit for us for our webinar today. Now I'm gonna do my analysis and we're gonna get back on it with getting all the ice cold blue blizzards with my analysis. All right. Just remember, have the confidence. If you lose, today will be the day that you lose. Tomorrow will be another day that you win. Always have that mentality. All right. That is the trading journey for every single one of us and also for me. Thank you all. I appreciate all of you for being here. I'm not going to take up much more time. I will be answering the questions during our progress live sharing sessions. There you can ask me anything. That will be on Friday. All right. Thank you all. I'm not going to take up much more time. God bless you. Have a bright and sunny day ahead of you. All right. Thank you all. Love you all. I'm going to stop the recording first.